Taylor Swift has come to represent something to her legions of fans, filling stadiums, but my God, she's so sensitive. This is what we saw at the Golden Globes when a comedian and actor called Jo Koy made a pretty lighthearted joke that was at her expense, or at least she was the subject of it. And her reaction really put people off, frankly. So let's take a look.
As you know, we came on after a football doubleheader. The big difference between the Golden Globes and the NFL, on the Golden Globes, we have fewer camera shots of Taylor Swift. I swear. There's just more to go to here. Sorry about that.
All he said was, quote, "The big difference between the Golden Globes and the NFL? At the Golden Globes, we have fewer camera shots of Taylor Swift." So she's upset that she's all over the media. I mean, didn't she want to be a celebrity? And now she's very touchy about the fact that she has exposure in the media. It wasn't like the funniest joke in the world, but it wasn't a bad joke. It was almost like if you wanted to write a joke that was inoffensive to everybody, I would say this was the way to go. It was not edgy, it was not controversial, or at least it shouldn't have been. And yet this is what happened. So look, if you're Taylor Swift, make a funny face, or even if it's not funny, haha, like make a face that shows that you are like being ironic and you're laughing at yourself. But instead she got this sourpuss expression, and I think that revealed something very true about her, and not particularly attractive either. Like the fact that the camera pans over Taylor Swift's face at NFL games is something that people discuss. It's not something that I care about. I don't care about the NFL or Taylor Swift, but I am aware vaguely that people talk about that because her boyfriend is in the NFL. Okay? Big deal. But apparently this is a touchy subject for Taylor Swift. And in her Time magazine cover, part of that feature, she said, Taylor Swift, quote, "There's a camera like a half mile away and you don't know where it is and you have no idea when the camera is putting you in the broadcast. So I don't know if I'm being shown 17 times or once," she explained. "I'm just here to support Travis," that's her boyfriend. "I have no awareness of if I'm being shown too much and pissing off a few dads, brads, and chads." To me, when I hear chads and brads, it's kind of like a very leftist, anti-male perspective, so I think that's frankly where she's coming from, and that bitterness that she feels inside her is starting to manifest on the outside, and it's not pretty. My take is that it seems like Taylor Swift is triggered by people being triggered by her. And that's just how it is. You know, you're a public figure. Taylor Swift apparently can't handle it. But look, Taylor Swift is a Pop-Tart, okay? She's not a serious artist. Although, look, I don't doubt her popularity. That's beyond dispute. But I don't understand how she is critically acclaimed because she's not doing anything innovative. She's not doing anything interesting as an artist. She just kind of writes pop songs that people find catchy. She has a good voice. I'll certainly give her that. But she hardly has the right to take on this persona as, you know, a diva. I mean, maybe she is a diva, but she shouldn't take on this persona of this serious artist who you're not allowed to make any kind of jokes about. I mean, that's quite ridiculous. So apparently she's taking herself way too seriously. That is my advice to her. And like I said, the media loves Taylor Swift, especially since she's kind of thrown her hat in with the Democrats. So I was reading an article in Good Housekeeping, and it said, quote, "Social media wasn't thrilled with how the comedian subtly called out the singer's personal life on camera." So now all of a sudden it's like a personal invasion, like he crossed a line that you're not supposed to cross. She's a celebrity. Celebrities' relationships, for some reason, people are very interested in. I mean, pick up like People magazine. That's all they talk about. I mean, I don't know how she personally feels, but I would imagine that she likes getting press as a celebrity. She just decides that she's going to be, like, have a sourpuss attitude when, you know, you rub her the wrong way. This guy, this comedian who's hosting it, I've never heard of him, and how dare he attack someone of her personage. He said, quote, "I think it was when the Taylor joke one was just a little flat. It was a weird joke, I guess." Dude, it wasn't a weird joke. Like, why are you apologizing? And you have the media running interference, and I'm tired of it. Who are the people against Taylor Swift, and how are we going to unite and let our voices be heard, okay? Okay, and here's more from the comedian Koy, quote, "But it was more on the NFL. I was trying to make fun of the NFL using cutaways and how the Globes didn't have to do that," Koy explained. So it was more of a jab toward the NFL, but it just didn't come out that way. Again, he's so whipped by the media, and he's like completely compromised his masculinity here. It sounds like a hostage video. Christ. I mean, I guess he feels like his career's threatened, so maybe I can't blame him. So here's a quote from Revolver.news, which is where I first caught wind of this funny story. Quote, "Maybe we now know why Taylor can't keep a man. She has no sense of humor. Who wants to be with an overly self-indulgent stick in the mud?" Wow, that's pretty harsh, Revolver.news. I don't know if I want to go that far. However, I do think that Swift is overrated as an artist, and I strongly dislike her as a person. I'm sorry if people are not going to like that opinion. I can understand why she's popular. You know, she's obviously a talented singer, and she writes songs that are popular. But she doesn't deserve this media adulation. She doesn't really deserve like a critical acclaim for what she does because it's very basic. I mean, she's not like a classical music artist. She's not innovating a new musical style or something. She just kind of expresses the soul of the suburban, white, affluent female liberal, and they identify with her. And if you go against her, like, they go crazy. And guess who makes up a lot of the reporters? This very group. So that's why this guy ran into so many problems. Poor bastard. My name is Michael McCara. Thank you so much for watching. You can follow me on X, find my handle in the description, visit my website, michaelmccarablog.com, and finally, like and subscribe to my channel. That is to say, like this video.
I've only heard what love can do.